Hey, I'm Sam. I'm a cartoonist and a writer, and I work at the docks as well, part-time. So I've been going through Public Record Office Victoria's archives, finding old photographs mostly, and I'm going to juxtapose them with what things look like on the docks now, because things have changed a lot, even in the last 50, 60 years. So containerization, whenever the wharf started putting everything in boxes, was probably the biggest wave of actually automation. It allowed a lot of wharfies to get the sack. They say that since the 50s, we probably have 10% of the workforce that we had back then, which is kind of eerie. Sometimes I work at what they say is the most automated port on the planet. Sometimes there'll just be two of us working on the wharf, in the middle of the night, and it's very different to how it used to be. But I think there are also positive ways that the docks have changed. There's less drinking, which would have been fun, but it would have led to a lot of injuries. And I think even with the automation, there are a lot less injuries because a lot of the unsafe work is done by robots. So it's a mixed bag. So I want to try and make work that's not just saying, things have gotten so much worse, but just that it's different. It kind of makes my day job more tolerable as well, because when I'm on shift, I'm just looking at the wharf in a different way. I'm kind of got fingers for eyes, and I'm trying to look for compositions and look for things to draw. Some of these illustrations I think will go on to be part of a bigger book project that I'm working on called All Out, Blue Collars and Pink Bands, which is about times through history that blue-collar workers have supported queer people and queer people have supported blue-collar workers. So I was reading some labour history a couple of years ago, and there was just one sentence that referred to how wharfie solidarity kept a drag queen in his job, and I got obsessed with trying to find out more about this figure. Tracked down this wharfie that I love from the 1950s, was called Max Barry. He was a fierce drag queen when he was not on the ship. Quite well known in underground queer circles in Melbourne. I got a quote from him actually that said, if anyone troubles him, they finish in the drink pretty quick. Either he does it or someone else takes care of it for him. So implying that if anyone was homophobic, they would throw him off the ship into the water, which is pretty bold. And people think that the gay rights movement started in the Mardi Gras riot in 1978 in Australia, but I think it's telling that there are stories of resistance like that are hidden, and that are doubly interesting because it's sort of wharfies and blue-collar workers are often dismissed as backwards or rednecks or bogans or whatever, but it's quite often not the case, and that's why I love his story. I've been doing a little bit of research from home, but it is something different about going in there and chatting to the archivists. They just have so much wisdom, and I feel like they're kind of itching to help people access this material, so they're very helpful. And everyone is welcome to go in there. There's so much stuff there. It's wild actually. The building just goes so big and deep. It's infinite. I would encourage anyone to feel entitled to engage with the space, because it is everyone's building and it's everyone's archive. And I think the institution wants people to feel like that and feel like they're welcome there. So if anything you want to nerd out about or get to know better, I would highly encourage you to check it out.